You untap target permanent and gain control of it. It has haste.
Until end of turn, right?
Yeah. So ideally, you would steal a Planeswalker and then use like the ultimate on your opponent.
Yeah, like that's the dream. And then, and a lot of people like that card a lot.
I think it's really good. I think it's like one of the best cards in the set. What do they sell for at Star City?
$249.
$249.
It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's good though. It's definitely a strong card. All right, so we have Dan Jordan on the right.
I wouldn't be surprised if that card found its way into a lot of constructed decks.
I think it's good and constructed. You know, so definitely good. All right, so I think Dan's gonna get crushed by Steven. Is it Steven or Stefan?
Steven.
Steven?
Right?
Could it be
That's
Stefan?
how you spell Steven.
How do you spell Stefan?
With an F.
With an F?
And like an
okay.
A.
Really?
Yeah.
Even like the European version?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Stefan.
Yeah. Stefan. Yeah. Stefan. Yeah. All right. Anyway.
No, that wasn't me. That was Stefan.
Like Stephen Urkel and Stefan Urkel? Is that what you're going with?
I was thinking.
Yeah, Stefan Urkel. Yeah. Well, regardless, I think Dan's gonna get crushed. I think Dan is gonna go 0-2 this match and just get destroyed.
Really? I think if Steven doesn't have like his Zealous Conscripts, this is his nightmare matchup.
What?
This is just a nightmare for him.
For who?
For Steven.
Steven is gonna crush Dan.
No way.
It's not even gonna be close. All right.
Really?
Okay. If Steven wins, I get to sit where you're sitting, so I can look at the Twitter posts.
All right.
All right.
Deal.
Is that legal?
What happens if Dan wins?
If Dan wins, then you get to stay where you are.
Well, no, that's not a no deal.
No deal.
You're free rolling. I'm not just gonna give you free rolls.
It's okay.
You would let 11-year-olds have takebacks at an F&M, and you're looking for a free roll now?
I won't let you have takebacks.
Value seeker.
No, all right. It's just like Steven has all the good cards versus Dan. Dan plays Primeval Titan. Steven plays 3/3 guy haste, steals a Primeval Titan, wins the game.
He's 2 of that card.
All right, so turn 1 Llanowar Elf from Steven. And Dan Jordan decides to play a Sphere of the Sun. Look, Dan knows he lost. Look at the way he's playing. He knows it. He's like, yep. All right, my worst matchup. What can I do?
No, we kept like 6 lands in a Sphere of the Sun, so if he loses, I'm blaming on that.
I think he mulliganed. All right, so 3 damage in from Steven. He attacks with a strong Strangleroot's Geist and a Llanowar Elf.
Yeah. Now, Dan here access to 4 mana this turn.
All right.
Gets in for 1 poison.
Yeah. All right, so if we're going by poison, you're right. Dan's in the lead right now. How's that seat feeling for you, Jake?
Oh, I'm keeping the seat.
All right. So, Steven draws his second Huntmaster, it looks like. I see two flip card proxies in his hand. So, it looked like he was going to play that Forest and decided to take it back, giving away a little information, but knowing Dan, he wouldn't have picked up on that anyway. Nah, Dan's a very good player. So.
Gets in for 2.
Yep.
Strangler Geist, and here comes Huntmaster of the Fells.
All right, so Dan should be at 15 life, and Steven has 1 poison counter. Just for an update for everybody at home. Mm-hmm. Was that a whip flare that Dan drew?
That'd be a good draw step.
Pretty good, but
yeah, I mean, because that card's not good against Stefan's deck.
It's definitely good against Stefan's deck, but it's one of Dan's few cards that are good versus his deck. All right, so 22 to 15. I mean, if it is a whip flare, I think Dan is most certainly going to cast it, unless he has some plan where.
16 here. All
right, I guess Dan is just on the Inkmoth Nexus plan. I mean, he might still cast whip flare after combat anyway. But
it does not deal damage.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't a whip flare. What is that red card that he has back there? It looks like a whip flare to me. Oh, Inferno Titan.
That makes sense.
Yeah. M12, like Inferno Titan has like a very specific type of red. It looks like whip flare. It looks totally different than Slagstorm, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Stefan bashes in.
It's for 9.
Yeah. Dan's at 5. I mean.
Yeah. It's almost dead.
He plays Titan. Kills a Llanowar Elf, kills a token. Alright, there's Token, there's Llanowar Elf. I mean, Stefan just needs any one of his burn spells to finish him off. I see another Huntmaster, I see a Green Sun Zenith.
Zell's Conscripts would also be pretty good once he gets to his 5th land.
Yeah, he's just doing a little math.
He has the 5th land in hand.
So,
obviously, Zell's Conscripts are just massive overkill of a win.
let's. He's thinking what to do. I mean, I wouldn't mind just Green Sun Zenith thing right here for a Strangleroot Geist and swinging in. But he decides to. Okay, and there's a Metamorph. Alright. He's going to copy the Inferno Titan and shoot Dan. So, any way he wanted to do it is just pretty much game over.
Dan was tapped out.
Yeah.
Went on board.
Yeah. So,
as you were just wondering what happened there, Dan was at 5, so Steven attacked with both of his creatures. Dan could only block 1, so he went to 3. And then Steven had a Phyrexian Metamorph, which he could use to copy the Inferno Titan and deal 3 damage directly to Dan to put him at 0. So Steven was able to take game 1 away from Dan. Let's see how they're going to sideboard.
Well, do you know what card Stefan's going to bring in?
Sort of Feast and Famine?
Yeah, he's going to bring in Mana Barbs, which is an awesome card versus Dan. Again, another Nightmare card for Dan.
Zell's Conscripts also?
Zell's Conscripts he's going to bring in as well. He's going to bring in Beast Within. He's going to bring in Vorapede.
Do you think Beast Within comes in here, really?
Yeah. Beast Within is good versus Dan's deck.
I just don't like Beast Within at all.
Really?
I think that card's bad.
Nah, Beast Within is a good card. Beast Within is just like, it's just good. Especially like, out of the red-green aggro deck.
No, I think that's just exactly the opposite of the place you want it. Like, I think it's fine in a deck where you have like Slag Storms and like O4s and stuff like that. But in a deck where you're trying to, you know, like attack your opponent with like 2 power guys, giving them a 3/3 is like a pretty massive drawback.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's how I would sideboard. I would bring in the 2 Mana Barbs, I would bring in the Zealous Conscripts, I would bring in the Beast Within, I would bring in the Vorapede, I would bring in the Sword of Feast and Famine.
Yeah, I would bring in the Feast and Famine, the Vorapede, the Zealous Conscripts, and the Mana Barbs. And the Acidic Slime.
And I would cut Daybreak Ranger.
Yep.
I would cut the 3 Pillar of Flames.
Those are bad.
I would cut the Sword and War and Peace.
I would cut the Bonfire of the Damned.
I would cut the Bonfire of the Damned. I mean, do you like the Sword and War and Peace or no? How many would you like leave in? You definitely don't want all 3.
That's too many.
Yeah.
I don't know. It like depends. Like we only have so much we want to bring in, right?
Yeah.
Like I only want to bring in, what is it? 4, 5, 6 cards.
Would you bring in Viridian Corruptor? Probably, right?
If I'm Dan?
No, if you're Stefan.
I don't know. Like what? Just like a Green Sun target to get a Sphere of the Suns?
Yeah, it's just like a cheaper version of Acidic Slime. Like if you're gonna have
like
multiple Acidic Slimes after board, and you want to try to keep Dan off 6 mana, Viridian Corruptor helps that.
Yeah, maybe you actually side out the Acidic Slime when you're on the draw, and then bring in an extra copy when you're on the play.
No, I don't think. I mean, he's got like Mana Ramp, so.
Yeah, but on the draw, like Dan has like sweepers and stuff. So on the draw, Steve's like expected turn to be casting an Acidic Slime is the turn after Dan cast a Titan.
Yeah.
Which is terrible. But on the play, the Acidic Slime comes down the turn before Dan casts the Titan, which is awesome.
Look at Dan. Dan looks out of it. He's not in the zone at all. He's not talking. And he's usually a player that likes to talk and get involved in stuff. He seems tired. He's either tired or he's just saving his strength for the
Maybe it's not really him.
Maybe he's not. I don't know.
Maybe it's just an alien in a suit.
He's got a new hairstyle too. That's definitely a new hairstyle.
Yeah, maybe like a Repto Sabian.
Yeah.
In a Dan Jordan suit. Hair.
That
happens all the time in Magic tournaments. Repto Sabians really love Magic, so a lot of the time they'll just pose as other Magic players and come and play in tournaments, you know?
I don't know what a Repto Sabian is. What is it?
They don't play down.
Is it an SAT word? I really don't know what a Repto Sabian is, but anyway, Steven is up a game, and I'm guessing this is going to be a quick match, and we're going to bring you a new match. Next round, hopefully my friend Ryan will win this round so we can cover him. I want you guys to take a look at the Esper deck that me and him brewed up together. Ponders, some Time Walks, a bunch of Planeswalkers. His Planeswalkers are like Sorin, Liliana, Elspeth, Gideon, Jace, Karn,
And Tomeo.
and Tomeo. That's a deck that I helped him with. So it's cool, the deck. You
What
know?
else should I put in? What other Planeswalkers are legal? Do you have Pristine Talisman in that deck?
No, we didn't play it.
But you have like 1,000,005 drops that are all
Yeah, we were
Planeswalkers.
like, whatever. Pristine Talisman, like we don't want that. I think we're playing every single Planeswalker that's legal in those colors.
You are.
Yeah.
Except like now, Sorin Markov. Not playing Sorin
Oh,
Markov.
you're right, man.
Are
We
you
probably
playing
should've
Jace
played-
Memory Adept
Yeah,
in the sideboard?
sideboard. Yeah.
Are you playing Elspeth Terrell?
Yeah. The only one is the 6-mana Sorin.
Jeez.
But we probably should play that just to have the full package.
Yeah, I mean, just like one in your sideboard.
Main
Just
deck.
so you can say
I mean,
it.
it's pretty good too.
It's fine.
Yeah. All right, so Dan leaves off
Mana
with
cost is pretty bad.
a Rootband Crag, and there's a Copperline Gorge and a Llanowar Elf.
So, Steven taking an early lead here. Dan able to cast Rampant Growth. Get him
Setting
out.
up his mana.
Some nice lands that Dan has there.
Yeah. All right, there's a Keswick Wolf run, and all right, so he's doing the moto, the alt U, tap, 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 untap,
Yeah.
untap, untap.
You're allowed to do
All
that.
right, taps again, and there's a Green Sun Zenith for a Strangleroot Geist. I like this play here.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, get in.
Apply some pressure.
Yeah. Also, thin out your deck. Try to draw that mana barbs, which is just awesome versus Dan.
Well, it doesn't thin out your deck.
I mean, it essentially thins out your deck.
No, it doesn't.
Like in
You take
theory.
one card out of your deck and you put the Green
Yeah,
Sun
but
Zenith in your deck.
but it thins out your deck. The mana barb was because the mana barb.
Mathematically, your deck is still the same number of
Yeah,
cards,
but-
and there's still the same number of mana leaks in
But
it,
I saw
or
the mana
barbs
barb.
in
It was towards the bottom of the deck, so it helped him a little. You know. Come on, Jake.
Sorry.
Get it together. Let's go.
It's
Alright,
like
so-
when people put a spell bomb on the top of their deck with Academy Roads, draw a card with it to get card advantage.
All right, there's another Rampant Growth from Dan Jordan, and Stefan is probably gonna play. I would just play
Sword?
another. Honestly, I would just play another Strangleroot Geist, and then next turn I'll go bust with the sword.
Because then you get to go Sword Equip on the same turn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
What-
nothing? What
nothing?
just happened? What is it in his hand?
Is he like covering his hand now so we don't see that he didn't play anything? What's going on?
I'm very confused.
I'm confused as well. Oh, he's got something here. Oh, that's why he tricked us
Whoa.
all. All right. So one of the new cards from the set,
Aptly named after the movie that just came out yesterday.
the Avenger.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this is looking pretty good for Stefan.
I like that guy's art a lot, Wolf Revenger.
Yeah.
It's also just a sick card.
Yeah, it's good. I top eighted a Grand Prix with Gnarl Mass. That was my deck. Gnarl Mass blue green. I played. Flores made it, and I played the deck. All right, so only he gets in there.
I'm surprised Strangler Geist doesn't get
No, I like that. You want Strangleroot Geist, around just in case of a Slagstorm or whatnot.
in. Makes sense.
Do you think you should play the Huntmaster here and risk it, or no? I personally would have played the Huntmaster there and risked it. That's
I
just
just
me,
played
though.
the sword.
You would have played the sword?
Yeah.
I mean, playing the sword still opens you up to a Slagstorm, but doing nothing I don't really like unless he has another one of
I
the
mean, playing the
Avengers.
sword opens you with Slagstorm, and the next turn you equip a sword to Strangler Geist and attack. And have like a 5 powers pro red guy.
Yeah, all right, so there's another Rampant Growth from Dan. All right, Dan passes the turn. So this is looking really good for Steven. All right, so he draws his 4th land, so he has access to 5 mana right now. I think I saw. I think Dan had the ancient grudge in his hand. Either it might have just been a naturalized. I mean, maybe not though.
So the sword comes down, gets equipped to the Wolfear Avenger, gets in for 7 damage, and then it's gonna proc that sword.
Oh, it was a beast within. Okay.
All right, and a beast within comes down.
Yeah. So Dan falls to 10.
Yeah, now Dan probably has the Slagstorm in his deck because Beast Within has synergy in his deck.
Yeah.
Play Slagstorm with it.
All right. So Dan draws for his turn. There's the Slagstorm, destroying all of Steven's creatures. He'll have a new Strangler Rootgeist as a 3/2. So not the worst thing for him. There's a Sphere of the Suns. There's a Rampant Growth. So Dan's almost empty-handed. What does he have? 1 card left.
Yeah, and I mean, Steven still has, you know.
Oh, Mana Barbs. That should
That's
be
gonna be brutal.
That should be game right here.
Put Dan at 8 Mana Barbs.
Yeah.
Because then Dan has to go to 2 to play Titan.
Yeah. What a draw. All right. So Dan falls down to 8. All right. Steven doesn't have any poison counters. That was from last game.
Yeah, so let's, yeah, Dan just loses, right?
Well, it goes to 3 because he has a sphere.
Goes to 3. He does have a sphere.
All right, there's a Primeval Titan.
Down.
Yeah, it's still so bad for Dan.
It seems pretty difficult for
Ooh,
him.
Cloud Post. Not too bad. Helps a little.
Oh, wow.
But still, like, really bad.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not that bad anymore. Then he gains 4, he goes to 7, and now he's Primeval Titan to Strangler Rootgeist. And his opponent's underneath Mana Barbs.
There's a bird. I mean, I think his opponent.
Maybe the Mana Barbs isn't that good against Dan.
It's really good against Dan. What's in Dan's hand? Do we know?
Nothing now.
He has something in his hand. I would probably just play like bird here. Actually, I would play bird. What do you think about that? Or is that just like way too risky? Oh, you got a Metamorph? Yeah, Metamorph the Titan, no?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so he has Solemn, and what's that red card?
Slagstorm.
It's Slagstorm?
So bird would have been
Yeah, well, I didn't see it in the Metamorph.
Metamorph pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, copying that Primeval Titan, pretty awesome when you have Kessig Wolfruns in your deck.
Yeah.
Of course, important to remember that those Kessig Wolfruns can just kill him.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be close. So Dan's going to swing him with the Titan, correct?
Well, he gains 8 for doing it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a nice little bonus.
Alright, so Titan swings in. He'll get 2 more Glimmer Posts.
It's 15, puts Steven at 8. Now, what is Steven? Steven is 3, 6 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. So you can only put Dan down to 3, and he'd take too much damage to do it, so...
Are you sure? So, if Steven takes this, he goes to 8. He attacks back. I think a trade here is good. Yeah. Alright, I like this trade.
It's reasonable. I guess he just has board advantage.
Yeah.
Now Dan's under the Mana Barbs.
I mean, it's definitely close. I see. So Dan's gonna go Slagstorm Huntmaster, which is pretty good.
Yeah, goes to 12, then goes to 8, cast Huntmaster.
And then I'll go to 10. And then I'll go to 11. He'll be at 11 right now after everything is said and done.
Spare.
Yeah. All right, so there's a wolf. All right. Steven draws for his turn. Oh, that was
Turn
the
late on that one.
yeah. Imagine
Right,
he
just slow roll it.
imagine he didn't block. He would have just won.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. He drew the 5-mana 3/3 haste guy that could have stole his opponent's Titan. He would have had a Titan. And
I mean, it's not bad at all though, because if his opponent ever draws a Titan, he just wins now, right? Basically.
pretty much.
He
But
just casts Huntmaster and passes.
well, Steven should play Bird.
Bird Huntmaster.
Then Dan doesn't play anything, and then Dan kills his Huntmaster.
Don't they both flip?
But his would flip first.
Steve's would flip first if Dan doesn't play anything on his turn. Well, Steve gets to choose how they trigger
Okay.
if Dan doesn't do anything. So
All right, so
Huntmaster.
he's gonna play Huntmaster. So he
Like
goes down to
that.
10. Definitely a close game, and definitely I'm happy this game is not on Moto because it's really annoying to tap mana when you have mana barbs on Moto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, so he didn't play Bird of Paradise.
No, I'm not sure why.
Maybe he wants to hold it to like do some flipping. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I mean,
It's also just mana that doesn't deal you damage. It's pretty good.
yeah, the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you take one initially to cast it, and then you have it for the remainder of the game, pretty much, until it dies.
Wait, why does that happen?
Is that not the rule? I thought that was the rule.
What, his flips first?
Yeah. All right, so Zealous, if he takes that, he attacks him for 4, 6, 9. If he had the bird, that would have been 10. Definitely, yeah, I'm not sure. He's got a Green Sun Zenith. Huh. Do you think he has Vorpede in his deck or no? I think he brought it in. The Vorpede would just be game breaking here.
The Warpede pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have brought it in. We're playing against a deck with red in it.
Yeah, Vorpede's just insane.
Yeah.
Alright, so Dan double blocks. Uh-oh. He just pumped the whole way. Right? Why would he not pump the whole way to kill them both? Right? Is that not normal?
Well, then he can't like cast anything to that dying, right?
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I
7.
think he just
So it'll be 3. Then he plays a bird, he goes to 2. Alright, so he does it all. And then he could use Green Sun Zenith for a bird as well. He'll go to 1. Yeah, Yeah, Steven's in trouble. I think this game could have been like played differently, you know? I feel like every game could have been played differently.
yeah. I mean, it's Magic. There's a lot of play involved.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like right there, if he just fetched up Vorpede, wouldn't he have won the game? It's a Vigilance too. Right? Isn't it Vigilance, Trample, 5/4 Undying? Look it up, Vorpede.
Yeah, it's Vigilance Trample.
Yeah. Alright, go over there and tell him to board in the Vorpede for game 3, Jake. Alright, there's a Primeval Titan. Ooh, there's a Viridian Corruptor. Doesn't do anything right now.
Nope, that's it.
He's on 6.
Steven's gonna have to move on to the next game. It's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I felt like he could have had this game won. Not sure how exactly, but
That's difficult, you know.
yeah. All right, so he scoops it up, and we're on to game 3. So Steven's going to be on the play. Dan won a game where I didn't think he was going to win, but after a few turn of events, he managed to pull it off.
Oh look, his mood is brightened.
Yeah.
Dan's typically wearing a winter jacket like this, like a
Yeah.
skiing jacket.
He usually wears winter jackets and flip-flops. That's like his normal attire.
Yeah,
But he wears socks with his flip-flops.
yeah.
Yeah. Dan's an interesting character. Any sideboard changes you think?
Well, like I said before, I think the acidic slimes in Steven's deck are really good on the play, and they're really bad on the draw. I think Mana Barbs is obviously way better on the play.
I mean, it's just good in general. I think you could have, like... I still think you should have played Bird that one turn, too.
Well, yeah, I mean, that actually lost in the game also.
Did it? I don't know if it lost in the game.
No, it did, because it would have saved him 5 life, and then he would have been able to cast Zealous Conscripts and steal Premier Titan and attack for lethal the last turn, because he would have had enough life to do it.
Why would it save him 5 life?
It would have saved him life on the...
Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah, like a million spells.
No,
Like,
no. He actually... If he played it, he would have been at 4... I don't think it would have helped. I don't think it would have mattered.
No, because he would have been on 5 in the last turn, then he would have had the Bird mana plus 4 other lands, and he goes Zealous Conscripts, stolen the Perennial Titan, and attacked for 9. Dan was at 9, right? Or what was Dan at?
Dan was at 6.
Oh, so yeah.
I don't know. We'll probably have to watch the game again. But I think it might have been some other plays. But anyway, Steve's going to be on the play for this game. He's playing green-red aggro. He's playing a decent amount of new cards, which is pretty cool. Dan's just playing Wolf Run Ramp. Not really playing new cards.
Yeah, it does not even have the Cavern of Souls.
Well, he has it in sideboard. No main deck, but sideboard he's playing 2 Cavern of Souls as his only new cards.
3.
He's playing 3? Oh, yeah, he is playing 3. All right. That kind of takes up a lot of sideboard slots. You know? Oh, there's not too many.
I mean, it's kind of an OP sideboard effect.
What's
I
OP
figure you
mean?
used to overpowered.
Yeah.
Figure these decks used to have like Autumn's Veil in their sideboard. You know how much better it is than Autumn's Veil that you just have this land that's a City of Brass. That
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely better. I'm just wondering, you know, does it hurt to have 3 lands in your sideboard? At least Autumn Veil could, like, stop a Doomblade or something, you know?
yeah, but Autumn's Veil you have to like keep mana open and yeah, I don't know. I think Cavern of Souls just belongs in the main deck of a lot of decks. So.
Yeah? Okay. That's fair enough. So they will be shuffling up for game 3. And, yeah, I'm excited to see how this is going to play out.
So what do you think about red-white humans?
I think Red Red Human is good in block. I don't know about type 2. Do you think O'Connell's 5-0 now?
Who knows?
He could be, right?
Anything could happen.
Yeah.
He was 4-0 with that green-white deck, right?
Yeah, he was.
And he's wearing a cow hat,
Yeah.
so that's gotta help.
It could. Certainly doesn't hurt him,
Yeah.
you know?
You know, we're in Providence. There are a lot of vegetarians here.
Yeah.
A little turned off. They're like, oh my god, he has this gory cow head attached to his head. You know?
All right, so it looks like they're wondering if they should mulligan or not. Doing a bit of thinking. All right, so both players keep, and Steven leaves off with a Copperline Gorge, a Mountain, and a Green Sun Zenith for Bird of Paradise. Dan has a Rampant Growth, and looks like he's gonna next turn play his Huntmaster if things go okay. Which is pretty good.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty good start. Turn 3 Huntmaster.
Remembering Huntmaster is very strong against the green-red aggro deck.
Yeah.
No complaints there.
All right, so Forest drawn by Steven. And he's going to have his own turn 3 Huntmaster. Oh, Strangler Geist instead, okay. Maybe he wants to play around some board sweeper effect.
Surprising to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, so Dan, no 4th land. Oh, and he draws a Green Sun Zenith. So if he still has a Corruptor in, he just Green Sun Zenith for 3.
definitely the right play for Dan misses the land drop.
Yeah. All right, there's a Metamorph. He's copying the Strangleroot Geist. And he beats him for 5, bringing Dan to 12. All right, I think I would have killed that. The Sphere.
Yeah, I mean, seems good.
All right, there's Huntmaster. Dan still didn't draw land.
And now, I mean, Huntmaster's pretty good against Steven's current plan.
Yeah, it is.
But the fact that Steven can cast all the spells in his hand is definitely going to give him an edge here.
He should only attack with the Phyrexia Metamorph Strangleroot Geist. I don't like that attack.
Yeah, because then when it comes back, you can't copy the Huntmaster. Dan can just block the regular Strangler Geist with a wolf here. It's not that big of a deal.
All right, so Dan's thinking about his blocks.
I always find it funny in Magic how it's, oh, huh.
I'll make that block too if I was Dan.
Yeah, all right.
Now Dan just because of Whip Flare everything away.
Oh, he has Whip Flare in his hand?
Yeah.
Oh, this
But it's
game's
just
over.
like,
Yeah.
even if I didn't know that Dan had Whip Flare by looking, it's just like, you could tell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's the one really bad part about that attack is you just set yourself up to get completely blown out.
Yeah. This might have been another game that Steven could have, like, not easily won, but won if he just made a few different plays. You know what I'm saying?
And the Whip Flare comes down.
Yeah. I mean, he might still win, but
Yeah, oh, Phyrexia Metamorph flows through Whip Flare, right?
yeah, he's an artifact.
Yeah.
I think he has the Avenger in his hand. Yeah, all right, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so he drew a Miracle, got excited, but
Why is that card still in his deck?
yeah,
Like, you're playing against Delver, that's insane there. You're just like, oh,
so he does it for 2.
that's terrible. It's just a shock.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Just Miracle to shock instead of casting a spell in his hand.
He could have Green Sun for another Strangleroot Geist.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. He might win. I love to watch players just like play. You know, they're like playing. They're like, all right, Miracle, 2 damage. See what happens.
Like, if you're playing, like, Bonfire, not that good against the Wolfrun ramp deck. But if you're playing against something like Delver, and you draw that Bonfire there, that's ridiculous. You just Plague Win them, you know?
Yeah. All right, Primeval Titan.
Probably grabbing some Glimmer Post here.
Yep.
Dan going back to 10. And that's something I really like about Dan's deck is the Glimmer Post in Dan's deck let him, really get back from the brink
Yeah.
against these decks that have a good amount of reach.
Is that a Zealous in his hand or no? The Zealous conscription?
Cells Conscripts?
Yeah.
I believe it is, but he doesn't have the land to cast it, so.
Didn't he have a Green Sun Zenith?
Did, but he's not.
Couldn't he have, like, last turn instead of Miracle? Couldn't he have, like, Green Sun Zenith for a mana guy?
Yeah.
And then if Dan did play Primeval Titan, he could just untap and kill him if he drew a land?
Yeah.
Unless it's not a Zealous Conscript, but it looks like it is.
No, it does. I think it is.
Would Josh Ferry please come to the scorekeeper stage? Josh Ferry, the scorekeeper stage.
All right, Steven's thinking about what he should do here. All right, so he Green Suns for 1 this turn, which he should have just done the last turn.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like bonfiring for 2 doesn't do anything.
it does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, set himself up to win the next turn. Well, I'm not really, because Dan gains a whole bunch.
I mean, it just depends what Dan has in his hand.
Well, Dan gains 8 just with his board.
That's fine. If he goes to 18, then he goes to 6, 9,
9,
12, 13, 16.
6, 9, 12,
Yeah, 16.
15, 16, yeah. Well, it's 16 if he draws a land, but 15 otherwise. So Dan lives through that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think Steven could have won this match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he could have won both those games, actually.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's one of the reasons why Magic is, is so fun and interesting, is because the game is a skill-intensive game.
Yeah.
Nothing Steve did ever looked like blatantly bad or wrong.
No, yeah.
He made a reasonable play every single turn, and then the bonfire was sort of the only questionable thing. But, Dan, a little bit of a gaffe by Dan. Dan just lost himself the game.
Why?
He searched for Kevin Wolf on clearance post.
Maybe he has something in his hand. Maybe he has the other cloud post in his hand. No. Yeah, he definitely has something. Oh, it's Inferno Titan.
Yeah, so Steve wins.
No, it doesn't.
Whoa, what is Steven doing? No!
Why?
Steven could have tapped that elf for mana and then he used it to cast Wolf Hero Avenger.
He doesn't have it in his hand.
Yes, he does. He has a Wolf Hero Avenger and a Zealous Conscripts in his hand.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, he didn't draw the untapped land that he needed. Yeah, I mean, a land would have won in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game, Dan wins, right? Jake?
Yep, Dan wins.
Just Hunt Master, not gonna let him survive.
I'm just confused because, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't get the other cloud post.
I don't think Dan knows how much danger he was in right there. He's never seen the Zealous Conscripts. And the Zealous Conscripts could have won in both those games very handily.
Yeah.
Really powerful spell.
Yeah, no, I agree, but
But it's a skill-intensive card. It requires setting things up. But sometimes you just draw and win, obviously. And that's sweet.
alright, so second Inferno Titan. Can he survive through this? No, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's a cloud
Dan
post.
Gains 4, he goes to 17 now. It's 9, 12, 14. Yeah, Steve can deal Dan 14 next turn. Not good enough.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah. This whole match was not played the best, I don't think, from both players.
Yeah, both of them made some mistakes.
Yeah.
This game especially, but I don't think it was played badly by either player, though.
I think it was, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bonfire was bad.
Bonfire was bad, and
I think just about everything is defensible except the bonfire.
I think the sideboarding was bad too, because
The sideboarding also might be.
Vorpede would have won a game 2, and Viridian Corruptor would have won in this game.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have even had the Viridian Corruptor in my deck, so.
Really, I would have kept Viridian Corruptor in. I mean, he has 4 spheres, you know?
I don't know, that just seems a little narrow to me.
Yeah. Alright, so Stefan is going to pack it in. And it looks like Dan's going to move on to, is he 5-0? Will it be, or 4-1?
I believe he'll be 5-0.
5-0? Okay. Yeah. Definitely a good start.
5-0 is about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
At the pre-release, I didn't lose a game. It felt so good. I haven't had a tournament like that in a long time. My 20-land 5-color deck. Which I didn't treat the Angels into me.
All right, so there's a handshake.
Dan wins.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Steve, that game was a little bit rough for him. He had a few opportunities where had he developed his mana on the proper turns, he would have been able to kill Dan.